Then there was this gentleman called John Stephen Aquari, whom I'd like to talk to you about. Of the 74 people that had actually started the race, only 57 made it. And I wish I could say that John came first. He didn't. But he was part of the 57 that made it through. You see, John came last in that marathon. Now, you don't hear people talking about last. It's usually you remember first place and then you forget about second and onwards. That's all you remember. You remember the gold medalist of any event. But John Stephen Aquari came last. But here's the thing. He was over an hour late after what the supposedly last person had crossed the line. He was so late that the people that were organizing the event actually thought, okay, that was, the last person came through. Let's give out the medals. So that's exactly what they did. They were giving out all the medals. The spectators were leaving the stadium, off going home. And next thing you know, they hear of this guy that's just hobbling through, heading to the stadium. John Stephen Aquari. Now what had happened was he had actually fallen throughout the race and injured his knee. In fact, he dislocated his knee. He was bloodied, bandaged, and still hobbling on. And he goes, and he goes, and he goes, and he crosses the finish line. Wow. Please put your hands together for John Stephen Aquari. But he exhibited something. He exhibited a form of leadership. A characteristic of never giving up. How often do you come across challenges in this business? Who here has had challenges in their life so far? Raise your hand. Who here has challenges today as we speak? Who here will have challenges? Yeah, we all will. It's just the reality of life. But what do you have to do? You have to make a promise. A promise that John Stephen Aquari made. Do you know what he said when they asked him, why did you keep going? How did you even manage it? He said, my country did not send me 5,000 miles to Mexico City to start the race. My country sent me 5,000 miles to Mexico City to finish the race. And I'll share with you what I wrote. I hope you can read it. That's the first sentence. I will always win. Not because I'm better than anyone, not because I have resources that's more than anyone else, not because I'm more talented than anyone, not at all. Purely because of the second sentence that I followed it with. I will always win because I will never quit. In 1941, a British politician who made a very famous speech, a key phrase that he mentioned many times was never give in, never give in, never give in. What do great leaders have in common? What do leaders in your industry have in common? They make a promise to never quit. Is that true or is that true? Look at the person next to you and say, that's true. Just coming here and speaking here, I speak all over the world. I speak to government entities. I speak to private and public organizations. I speak at many conferences in the direct sales industries. I've spoken on 5 continents. Things sound good, but let me take you back a little bit in terms of my personal story. I'll take you back and share with you some thoughts. You see, what I want to share with you is a realization every single winner, every single leader has had to come to. And unless you come to this realization, you have no chance of succeeding. It's just a fact. You need to have this understanding, this realization.